Welcome. So today we're going to talk about critiquing, how to critique a piece of art. So if you're at home and you're trying to do this assignment, you need these two pieces of paper, which you'll see me using in this demonstration on how to critique the art in this class. So if you don't have it, you may need to have someone come down to the school and get it for you if you're stuck at home, and then come back to this video and continue from here. For all those who have it, one is a description of how to do it, and one is a paper of where you write your answers down, okay? So they correspond with each other. So I'm going to be showing you that down on the table. And we'll use two examples of art. We're going to use Seurat's Day at the Grand Jetty, and we'll use a Degas picture of a dancer, okay? So I'm not going to critique the one that you need, the assignment that you're missing. This is generally how to do it, so you can apply these concepts to the one that you're missing. So how do you know which one you're missing? You'll need to go to the Skyward and look at the assignment you're missing, or the one you were trying to do, and under the description it'll give you the name. I'll write in the name of the art. Then you can go online, look it up in Google, and see the picture in front of you, and then pull these papers out in front of you and try to answer the questions. All right, let's look at these down on the paper now. Okay, and this one I'll be talking while we're looking at this instead of just watching me do the work. So in the first one you have description, which matches step 1 description. Then you have analysis, which matches step 2 analysis, telling you what to do in this section, what you need to then the next one is interpretation. So we'll talk about how to figure out what the interpretation of the picture is. And then finally, judgment, what it is you feel about the picture, one of the easiest sections. And then down here at the bottom you have the name of the work. So we're going to start out with this one. It can be upside down to you. This one I can put right side up. Okay, so this is Georges Seurat's Afternoon à la Grande Jetty, a French painter, in 1884. All right, so it's made with a bunch of dots. That's why he's famous for inventing this style of art. So we're going to try to answer these questions looking at this art. Okay, so let's look at the first question. So obviously put your name on there and write the name of the artist down here. Seurat. Maybe I'll just do the whole thing. Gosh, if I can see how to spell that. I don't see it. Something like that. Okay. Name of the work. Oh, we're going to skip out on that. Afternoon à la Grande Jetty. Okay. La Grande Jetty. Okay. If you want to put the date, you can. 1884. Kids in class will do that. And the medium is oil, so you'll need to look that up. What is the medium of the art you're doing? Oops. O-I-L. All right. So I'll put your name here. Done. Period, whatever. Maybe I should turn this upside down. Step 2, analysis. How are the elements used? And what they mean by elements is the elements of art. Line, value, space, shape, pattern, texture, all those types of things. Unity, emphasis, contrast. But they only want you to focus on 3. So that makes it easy. You just need to cover these 3 points in this next section of analysis. Okay? So the first one is illusion of space. How much space is created in the picture? So in this one, we see space from the bottom of the picture all the way back to the water, going further and further to the sky and clouds. So can we say that that one has deep space, shallow space, or flat space? Probably deep. So you can put the illusion of space is deep, and that section is done. All right? Not the section, but that sentence. Okay? Illusion of see, I'm making mistakes going fast. Is deep. period. What's the next one? Balance. What kind of balance is used? So balance is, they're asking symmetrical or asymmetrical. So the question you have to ask yourself in balance is, if we divide this in half, is this side equal to this side? Is it perfectly balanced? I mean, literally, is this person also standing over here? So we're going to look at literal. Is it a copy? Both sides are a copy. Not very many of them are. So those are called asymmetrical, not the same. Symmetrical means it is symmetrical and it is the same all the way around. And I should have some examples for you, but I don't, of like radial pictures that fan out and it's the same all the way around. The same shapes are used. Okay, so very rarely is it that. The answer is almost always asymmetrical. So then we write the balance is asymmetrical. Is asymmetrical. I'll make that capital, I don't know why. Okay. And then finally this bottom one, focal points. What grabs your attention in the work, right? So what stands out here? What's grabbing your attention? You'll find that your eye ignores all the blank, we'll call negative space, right? And bounces between the characters, the people. That's what's grabbing your attention. Often it's just one character. I was also going to be talking about this picture at the same time. What grabs your attention here? Well, right away, not this blank stuff out here, the negative space, but the positive space. The whole dancer bending down to tie her shoes, right? And then within that area, you might have a focal point of the back because it's white. There's light reflecting off of that. Often the lightest area is the focal point. So, I mean, if we were to pick a specific focal point, we might say this little girl because she's wearing white and she's in the center of the picture. So the picture that you're looking at may have that issue going on. Or there may be no focal point. It might be scattered everywhere and you have to say there is no focal point. But if there's people in there, often that is the focal point, or they are the focal point, okay? So, again, capital, focal point. The focal points are the people. Ta-da, and that one's done. Okay, now let's go to the next one, interpretation. Of course, it's not here, we flip it over. Step 3, interpretation. I don't know if you can see while I'm reading upside down, but interpretation. What is the purpose or meaning of the art? Okay, we're trying to find some purpose or meaning for it. A map has a purpose to show you how to get someplace. Okay? Try to figure out what the work is about, what its content. What is its content? So you have to choose one of these things under purpose. Okay? You have to say one of these in your sentence. The purpose is here, right? You got the bell ringing. So what is the purpose of this painting? Is it to document, record the facts? Is that what he saw when he was out there painting, the artist, that day at the beach, at the park? Was it religion? Does it have something to do with religion? Now that's there because there's thousands and thousands of pictures about religion in the history of art. Okay, is it about philosophy? There's also many pictures that have to do with philosophy, Greek philosophy and tragedies and all kinds of stuff. Is there anything of Greek in there that you can think of, or philosophy in the picture that you're looking at? Especially, that's why we read the description about the picture. What's the story behind the picture? If you can read something about that, that will help you answer these questions. Ornamentation. Sometimes it's just a bunch of swirls and decoration. Or self-expression. This is a lot of your impressionist painters, Van Gogh. They're just giving their impression of Starry Night. That Starry Night really didn't look like that, but it was so beautiful that he expanded on it and made those stars big and yellow and swirly sky. So that's a lot of self-expression in there, how he felt about the picture. Then utility, which has to do with its utility. Does it work? Does it have a function or a usefulness? Like I said, the map has a function to show you how to get somewhere. Or a schematic drawing, how to measure out all the parts and put them all together when you buy your bicycle, right? That's a piece of art, but it also has a function. Okay? So we're going to come back probably to the very first one and call this one recording the facts, because this just looks like a day at the beach and the artist saw it that way, and so he painted it as best he could, or from memory. Okay? So let's write the purpose this painting, I'm going fast here, is to record the facts. We could say in the way the artist sees them. So he sees the facts in his own way, right? So he's recording it not as a photograph, but as a bunch of dots. That's what's amazing about Seurat. Huge painting here, and it's all made with dots. So instead of strokes, and blending it to make it perfect. So it creates a different kind of style. So he may move people around, separate them out, so they're not overlapping so much. Notice this barely touches this person. Same thing here. Everyone is standing separate from each other, and only up close do we have any overlapping going on, right? Even the trees, we can almost see the trees all the way down. So it's his own style. It probably wasn't exactly like that. So we can say the purpose of the painting is to record the facts in the way that the artist sees them. Okay, so in his own style. Then we're finally to the easiest part over here. Okay, so this is a final spot, the judgment, and it's a culminating activity, a reflection on all that you have come to learn in the process of learning about this piece of work. And so explain your feelings toward the artwork. So it's really easy, it's just your opinion. So I just asked the students to write, I like it because, or I don't like it because, and I just wrote because it's amazing, it's awesome, it's hard to do, anything like that would be fine. And that's it. That's the whole critique process. So I hope that helps you on your work. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.